Just the Job. Hi and welcome to Just the Job. Now, are you trying to figure out what to do when you leave school? Well, there are so many choices out there. How do you narrow them down? Well, hopefully that is exactly where we can help. Today on Just the Job, Ashley gets behind the controls of a paint machine with a difference. Jess discovers driving a 12-metre bus presents some unique challenges. And Amakura gets to find out what a career as a health protection officer is all about. So let's get started. Here's Ashley, and she's about to discover that painting those straight lines on our road isn't as easy as it looks.
My name's Ashley. I love doing dirt biking. It's fun, and I'm here to give road marking a go.
Ashley has seen road markings all her life, but now she has a chance to learn how this important safety feature ends up on our roads. Mike Moore is the operations manager of Coastline, but he's going back on the tools to teach Ashley how it's done. And he's made a special welcome for Just the Job.
Hello.
Hi Ashley, I'm Mike.
Hello.
Welcome to Coastline. Here's your orange jacket. Let's get into it.
All right.
The purpose of road marking is primarily safety. It's to keep people from running into each other on the roads. It's a tool to keep people safe.
In road marking, personal safety, the safety of other workers, and the travelling public is of the utmost concern. So Mike takes Ashley through the hazard worksheets of the jobs they will be doing. But there is just a bit more paperwork involved in the job.
Okay, Ashley, before we go out to a job, we actually need to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And here's an example here of a roundabout we're doing at the moment. If we get it wrong, then we have to pay to fix the job up.
And that's no good.
No, it's no good for anyone. So before we get out on the road, we need to do a bit of practicing first. Ashley, this is a cat's eye, or we call them raised pavement markers.
Okay.
We're going to practice putting some of these down. You would have seen them all over the roads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bitumen down, and you're going to put the cat's eye on. The cat's eyes are still a very important part of our business because they actually still provide delineation in the wet when most normal road markings disappear.
She's done well, so it's time to get to work.
Okay, Ashley, this is a B-type machine. This is what we use to paint giveaways with. But first of all, we have to set the site up safely. So if you want to give our guys a hand putting out the cones and the signs, we'll get into it.
Awesome.
The skills for marking the road are you need to have some common sense because you need to set up the job safely in the first place.
This is a half a meter wheel.
Okay.
One click is half a meter.
Okay.
2 clicks is a meter.
You need to be able to know how to use a tape measure and you need to be able to read a plan.
58, 59, 60. Okay. Oops, broke the chalk.
Now that they have a start and end point, they mark out the centre with a chalk line. And with rain threatening, they get to painting the giveaway sign.
We know we've done a good job when everything comes back perfect. The lines are straight, they look nice and shiny, our guys come home safely, and the client is happy. That's when we've done a great job.
Yeah, and that's it, Ashley. That's the giveaway.
Awesome.
The paint will be dry in a few minutes.
There it is, your first giveaway. Well
Yay.
done.
I feel proud of myself now.
So Mike takes Ashley to a local car park where she can have a go.
Well, Ashley, not every job in road marking is glamorous, and this one isn't.
Okay.
So here's the tool of your trade, and let's get into it.
Preparation is key to getting the job done right. Loose stones can make the machine unstable and prevent the paint from sticking to the road. And there are a lot of stones for Ashley to get rid of.
Okay, Ashley, if you want to just stand and take the controls.
Wow. Okay.
And as you're going along, just try and steer it wherever you want to go. And you steer it by pushing down on the handlebars.
The beam machine is a really interesting machine. We do all our intersections with a beam machine. It's a huge, very, very heavy machine that you can dance around like a ballerina. And they are the real artists of road marking.
Stop, stop, stop! Wow.
Wow, that was quite crooked.
Yeah, I've done worse myself.
Well, it was my first go.
Yeah, that's right. You can only get better.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
What makes a good B-type marker is training. The more time you spend on the machine, the better you get. I've never seen anyone that doesn't improve on a daily basis.
Well, how was that, Ashley? I mean, done 5 lines and you've got better and better every time.
They were pretty crooked though, but I think I got better the last one.
So, yeah, well done. You passed that test.
Luckily for Ashley, black paint can cover the wonkiest of lines. Road marking is always developing technologically, from the glass beads that reflect more light to forced perspective stencils that make signs look 3D. One major innovation in road marking is the advent of cold applied plastic.
Now we're at our cold applied truck, and this is a vehicle that puts down the rumble strips for us. And these are things you see on the motorways.
Yep.
And you dit as you go over them, and stops you from, when you're falling asleep, from going off the road. Yeah, and they're great. They're fantastic things. And what you're going to be doing tonight is putting out the cones.
Okay.
Cold applied plastic is a 2-component product, and it's basically Perspex with colour in it. It's the same stuff your dentist put in your mouth.
The rumble strips have raised bumps which make a noise when cars drive over them, and are cavernous so that the water drains away, making the marking more visible.
It's very, very difficult to get off, so you've got to get the job done first time, right time. Perfect.
Awesome.
It's been a long day, so how did Ashley do?
Ashley was fantastic. We're hoping that we've convinced her when she's finished her education to come back and be a road marker for us. We'd love to have her back.
I reckon the best thing was be able to do the practical things like sticking the cat's eyes onto the road. That was fun. I learnt a lot of new things and yeah, give it a go.
Road markers can study 3 different national certificates as an assistant, operator or senior operator through InfoTrain. Each course offers specialisations in different jobs. Road markers are paid an hourly rate with nighttime work paid at a premium. Pay increases with experience and senior operators are well remunerated. Well done, Ashley, you did a fantastic job. And if you're looking for a career that'll have you working outdoors in all sorts of places, then road marking could be just the job for you. After the break, we're on board with Jess to find out if she's got the skills to get behind the wheel of a 12-metre bus. This is Just the Job. Welcome back to Just the Job, the program where we go behind the scenes of 3 diverse careers every week to give you an insight to some of the amazing opportunities that are out there for you. Now, do you like the idea of working with people from all walks of life and a career that can take you places? Well, Jess is about to find out there are some great opportunities in the bus driving industry that you may have never even thought about.
Hi, I'm Jess. I've been catching a bus for about 2 months now, and I'm interested to see about what bus drivers do.
There's a lot to learn if you're going to be driving buses around our busy urban streets, Jess. And helping you get behind the wheel is Go Bus's General Manager, Ben Barlow.
Hello.
Morning, Jess. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Excellent. Welcome to Go Bus in Hamilton.
There is a wide variety of passenger transport, but Jess is going to drive this
Jess, I'd
urban
like to
bus
introduce
under
you
the
to
careful
Mark.
instruction of
He's our
trainer
driver
Mitch.
trainer here at
But
Go
first
Bus.
up is road checks.
The reason we do this is for safety, to make sure the vehicle is actually safe to be on the road. Okay? So the first thing we do is we check our oil and coolant levels to make sure they're at a reasonable level. Okay, so as you can see here, our coolant level is where it should be.
Yeah.
Okay?
The safety checks are just about making sure that the bus is ready to carry passengers. You know, overnight, you know, something could have possibly happened. So we're trying to prevent that from going out on the road and having to do repairs out there.
Oh, so they check this every morning?
Every morning.
With the checks done, they get going. Jess isn't allowed to drive a bus like this on the road without a Class 2 driver licence and a passenger endorsement. So they need to take the bus to a private road well away from traffic to get her underway.
What we're going to do is do a familiarisation run first. But before you do that, to be part of the Go Bus team, I'd like to give you one of these Go Bus vests to put on.
Thank you.
Okay, so you feel like a bus driver.
Awesome.
After some instruction from Mitch,
Ease our foot off the brake pedal. Okay?
Yep.
You can feel it coming up on idle. Forward.
Jess takes over the controls.
Both hands on the wheel.
Oh, yeah, that way.
A little wee bit of brake. Okay?
Yeah, it's quite touchy.
It's very touchy.
The biggest thing when you're learning to drive a bus is getting used to the length of the bus. You're talking about a vehicle that's 12 metres long, so it's a little bit different than the average car.
Stroke your vehicle up. And come to a complete stop. Nice and easy. Okay. How was it, Jess?
That was Oh,
Different.
I feel like a bus driver.
A little bit way to go.
Jess is improving, but it will be a while before Mitch will let her on the road. So she meets up with Go bus driver Arden to get a feel for what driving a route is like.
Biggest challenge when it comes to bus driving would be the other traffic, keeping an eye out on pedestrians as well, especially kids.
The attributes you're looking for would be someone who's really confident, well-spoken, and someone who's really willing to bend over backwards to make the experience enjoyable for the passenger.
And the best part about it is meeting so many different people. You meet so many people, it's awesome.
Every bus has a GPS tracker on it that allows the Go Bus Operations Centre to manage the runs and make sure everyone is on time and gets back safely to the depot, which is where Jess has turned up. The driving may be over, but she still has a few more jobs to do. She needs to make sure the bus is fueled and cleaned in the big bus wash, ready for the next trip. After that, the money collected on the run gets tallied.
What we're going to do is we're going to put it into this cash counting machine. It's a nice, fast, safe way, and it actually records how many notes and how much money you've taken, and you get a receipt at the end of the day to keep for your records. And that's the job done.
Awesome.
But there is a surprise in store for Jess. This weekend is the New Zealand Bus Rodeo, a competition to find the best bus driver in the country. The contestants have a theory test, a bus check, as well as an obstacle course. Jess is going to sit the customer service challenge, where the judges play difficult customers to see how she reacts.
Oh, it's cold. Gosh, I've been waiting out there for about 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I've been stuck in traffic, and I'm sure you have a good trip to sit down, and we'll get to your destination soon enough. Sorry, stuck it.
Jess might not have all the answers, but the challenge is there to test the driver's ability to deal with difficult customers. And things are just about to get harder for her.
Look, I'm not being rude, but you've already made me wait 10 minutes. I'm going to be late for my next appointment.
Look, just settle down, will you?
Customer service is treating everyone equally, and it's really just getting them on board, making them feel welcome so they actually want to come back and travel on the bus. I've had sort of people take their clothes off and sing and carry on, you know, but it's all in good fun, and I guess that's why I keep coming back.
The competition is going well, with the drivers getting the hang of the difficult course. And during a break, Jess gets a chance to put her new skills to the test.
All right, Jess, this is your big moment.
Yep.
You've seen how the course is done out there, so we want to stay away from all the cones, obviously. We'll go out and do it.
Awesome.
Got the opportunity to go out and drive coaches, not in New Zealand, but also over in Europe. And it would be an outstanding way to get paid to see the country. You know, you can't go too wrong to earn some good money and do lots of travelling at the same time.
She hasn't hit any cones, and even though the parking is a bit tight, she's driven well.
Oh, open doors.
That's it.
Awesome.
Jess did an absolutely great job. She was very, very calm under pressure. I think she had quite a lot of fun. She was always smiling, which is the main thing.
My favourite part was definitely at Mystery Creek when we did the practical around the circuit. That was awesome. Yeah.
Bus drivers can study a range of strands as part of the National Certificate, including school bus, urban, local route and long distance. Drivers gain key skills needed to drive a large passenger service vehicle lawfully, safely and efficiently while looking after the comfort of the passengers. Bus drivers need to hold a P or passenger endorsement on their licences. You will need medical and eyesight certificates to pass a fit and proper person check. Buses that weigh over 4.5 tonne when loaded require a Class 2 driver licence. Great job, Jess. I was sure you were going to knock down some of the cones on that obstacle course, but you did really well. If you want to find out more about that career or any of the careers we've featured throughout our series, then just jump on our website. I'll have more details on that a little later on. After the break, we catch up with Omokura, who checks out a career with a definite scientific element. This is Just the Job. You're watching Just the Job, and if you're trying to figure out what career path to follow, then make sure you join us each week because this show could spark a turning point when it comes to your work life. Let's catch up with Omokura now as he's about to discover a career that helps keep us all safe.
Kia ora, I'm Omokura. I'm 16 years old. I go to Western Springs College and I'm here to learn more about health protection officers.
Helping to make New Zealand a safer place to be is Health Protection Officer Cameron Ormsby.
Kia ora, Mokoro. My name's Cameron, and I'm going to be taking you around for the day.
Part of a Health Protection Officer's job includes monitoring and removing potentially dangerous exotic mosquitoes from around New Zealand's ports. And today Cameron has taken Amakura to ports of Auckland.
Okay, well, this looks like a good spot. What we're looking for is we're looking somewhere dark, lots of nooks and crannies where mozzies can hide and rest.
Yes.
So yeah, this looks like a perfect spot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up our adult trap and we're going to try and catch some mosquitoes. So yeah, here we go.
Sweet.
What I really enjoy about my job is that it's a great mixture of being out in the field and also back in the office. So it's that real application of science in a work sense. You finish the day and you look at what you've done and you've achieved your goal of protecting the health of a large number of people. Basically, red to positive, black to negative. This mosquito trap has a little jar of liquid with a little wick on the end. Oh, yeah. And that's what we call octanol. It's a chemical formulation that's the same as bad cow's breath. So it basically, the mosquitoes smell bad cow's breath, really interested, and they come up to here and they get sucked down by the fan and into the trap.
A trap set up earlier has captured some suspect mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. Okay, excellent. We have to chuck them in our vial for sending them to the lab.
But before they head back to the lab, it's off to carry out some inspections on a farm. Here they must ensure that all pest control chemicals, such as the deadly cyanide, are stored away safely, out of harm's way.
What we've got in here is actually quite dangerous. There's a lot of toxin can be stored in here at any one time, so it's really good to get some feedback on actually how to look after it.
The first thing we're going to look at with Stu is how he's storing his goods and how he has the appropriate signage for his goods. So you can clearly see Stu's got his poison stored here and he's got clear signage saying it's a toxic substance, it's a class 6, and that's brilliant. And he's got it on some other areas where he's storing his cyanide, so Stu, that's brilliant.
Having ensured that there is clear signage to alert the public, Cameron checks that all poisons are safely locked away, there's good ventilation in the container, and the correct paperwork is displayed. Out in the field, they check that the bait station is also set up correctly.
So we're looking primarily at how he's put the bait in a secluded spot and the public health risk is severely mitigated.
With no risk to the public, it's time to head out and ensure future baiting plans are safe for both native species and people.
I'd like to permanently bait this area of bush down below us here. It's got quite a few good conservation values. We've got Hochstetter frogs and curry snails.
The people skills that you really need as a health protection officer are being able to problem solve is a key one, but also being able to interrelate with other people, because often you're having to work with other groups or organisations to, I guess, solve a common problem, and it's using your skills of persuasion and your people skills to really drive home the message of public health and get action.
Health protection officers also investigate environmental hazards that may contaminate food sources. Heading out to an oyster farm, Amo and Cameron are looking to spot any pollution sources running from the land into the oyster growing area.
Out here we're looking at a number of properties which border the river that feeds over the farm and also a lot of farmland. So we're looking at areas where there may be things like failing septic tanks, where I guess pollution might come into the river. So that's what we're checking today. A good tool in public health is being able to map where pollution sources are. So if I give you this GPS tracker and you input the coordinates of these pollution sources so that we can look at them on a map, that'd be great.
Farm animals are a potential source of pollution to nearby waterways, and Amo enters the GPS coordinates, ensuring that they can pinpoint the exact location on a map.
It's not legal to, discharge pollution directly into a water body like this. So what we're really trying to do as public health staff, we're really trying to knuckle down on pollution sources before they become a problem. And it's great for New Zealand industry and it's great for the farmer in particular. And we'll take these back to the lab and we'll see what the results are like.
A big part of the job takes place back at the office, analysing results from out in the field.
What we're going to do, is we're just going to look at some of the shellfish results. One thing that's really exciting about a health protection officer's job is you come into work and you're not 100% sure what you're going to end up doing that day, as things change from time to time. For example, you come in on a Monday and you're running off to the big swine flu event, and the next day there'll be a radiation event where someone will crash a truck carrying a radioactive substance, so no day is going to be the same. Yeah, growing waters are really good and the oysters are really good to eat, so yeah, should be a good harvest.
With the oysters given the all clear for public consumption, Amo and Cameron take a closer look at the day's earlier catch.
So how do you know if it's a dangerous mosquito?
Well, different aspects of mosquitoes are unique to each individual mosquito. So we're looking at things like black or white stripes on the legs or on the proboscis, and also I guess how its abdomen's shaped and how its wings are shaped. And what you'll see there's a bit of black and white striping on it. It's one of those things that tells me initially it's a species native to New Zealand, but we'll still send it to the lab for the proper ID.
So, how did our student go?
I thought he went really well. He seems to have that real appreciation of public health and the broader concepts of health. He also got that real scientist's eye, so I saw a gleam as he was looking down the microscope, so I've got big hopes for him.
I really enjoyed the job, and I didn't even know anything about health protection officers, and I really enjoyed going out on the oyster barges.
To become a health protection officer, you need to have a Bachelor of Applied Science degree, which takes 3 years to complete. You can study for these qualifications at the Auckland University of Technology or Massey University. Alternatively, you can hold a graduate diploma in environmental health in addition to a bachelor's degree in a related field. Good subjects to study at school include English, maths, chemistry and biology. Well, it looks like Amakura might have found a career to look into a little further when he finishes school, so thank you Amakura and to everyone else who featured in today's program. To help you even more with this important decision, Career Services has heaps of tools, tips and information that Sarah is about to share with you right now.
Don't be too quick to turn things down just because you can't see where it might lead you. Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises. Heaps of people have taken up part-time or short-term jobs and found to their surprise it's led to a career they love. So keep an open mind and be willing to have a go at different things to get a feel for what suits you. Careers.govt.nz has some great stories to inspire you.
Well, that's it for this week. We'll be back again next week with 3 more diverse and interesting careers, plus loads of tips to help you succeed in getting the career you want. If you'd like more info about any of the careers featured today, or just more info about making that right career choice, then jump on our program website, tvnz.co.nz/justthejob. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.